Big news, the Lynx are on KARE 11. We will have 4 games right here on KARE 11, and Jana Shortall got a chance to catch up with Lynx management ahead of this big announcement.
So if you and I just sat down to have a cup of coffee and I said, hey, I heard Bon Iver's, partnering with the Lynx, like, what does it mean tangibly? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a first of its kind. Do you want me to, legit answer right
Yeah.
now? Are you recording right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yes.
I'm going to get to the next thing next.
Okay, so it's a first of its kind partnership, never been done before in sports. A multi-Grammy Award winning artist really kind of leaning into his favorite sports teams and finding our value alignment in terms of using sport as a vehicle of change to fight for all marginalized groups. And we're incredibly excited because the entire partnership is based in community impact. So we're going to be partnering with Women's Foundation of Minnesota to really lean into that nonprofit and Alana Smith's passion for bringing awareness to sex trafficking. And that will be a season-long campaign. It will be tied into one of our games this year as well. We're also going to partner with a nonprofit called She Rock, which works with girls pursuing their dreams in music, and lean into Natisha Heidemann, who is a rapper and has a rap song and video out as well, and Alyssa Peely, who I think everybody knows loves to sing and has an incredible voice, and do a music meets basketball clinic. And with Justin and myself and 2 of our Lynx players, and really kind of show girls what's possible and talk about the intersectionality between music and sports and culture. And so we're really excited. The whole thing is about bringing about change, fighting any sort of gender inequities, and bringing awareness to his nonprofit as well. So Justin has a nonprofit called To a Billion that fights for gender equality and to bring awareness to sex violence, domestic violence, and sex trafficking as well. And so we're incredibly excited about the partnership, and it couldn't align any more in terms of our values, and really excited because it's a first of its kind and never been done before.
Yeah, it's for a lot of us fans, I was kind of starting to think if Justin Vernon was like the muse of the Lynx. He's at every game, it seems like. I'm like, why is this guy always around? But now we made some sense of it too, in addition to being a fan, and has been a longtime fan.
He has been a longtime fan, and he talks a lot about how good music is similar to a good team with the Minnesota Lynx, and the chemistry, and the creating something beautiful. And so he talks a lot about that and how the Minnesota Lynx are by far his favorite team. He was with us in LA and came to that game. He's been at the last couple of games here. He'll be at the game tonight. So you'll see him a lot throughout season. He's also partnering around our Women of Inspiration Awards as well. So you'll see him out on court with myself, giving women of the various communities awards for their great work they're doing in the community.
So it sounds like the partnership isn't, it's a true partnership. It's not just one event with Bon Iver, Justin Vernon. It's a season-long kind of initiative of different ways and spaces and places where you can blend together and bring both of your talents to do good in the community.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's multi-year, so this is a long-term relationship that we're planning on having for years and years to come.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Long-term relationship goals.
Yes.
All right, and now we are going to talk about the other thing that has been a long-term relationship goal of mine.
Yes. Mine as well.
How to get KARE 11 and the Minnesota Lynx together.
Yes.
So what's up?
Yeah, so we're incredibly excited. So for the first time since really the early years of the Minnesota Lynx, you're going to be able to watch some Lynx games this season on KARE 11. So we'll have 4 games. They're all Sunday games, 3 in June and 1 in July. And they will be simulcast along with our FanDuel Sports games as well. There will be pre-shows, post-shows, and we're just really incredibly excited to increase accessibility for our fans, maybe expose some new fans to the Minnesota Lynx and, our winning ways, and excited to really just have people be able to watch on KARE 11.
Yeah, a hometown team with a hometown station. And forever and ever and ever, we've been talking about, your wife has been talking about, if you watch, you'll come back.
Absolutely.
And this just allows people to watch in an over-the-air TV in a way they haven't in so long.
Absolutely, and that's something I talk a lot about is accessibility to women's sports and the movement that we're in and really the inflection point in women's sports. And it's always been about accessibility for people to be able to watch it, enjoy it, fall in love with it. And really, I think this is a wonderful step in the right direction to kind of add to that movement and the growth of women's sports.
Yeah, and what's I know what's in it for KARE 11, and I'm excited about that because it is that access page for the W to start appearing on over-the-air hometown NBC stations. What does that mean in terms of progress?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it just adds to the amount of exposure that we have for the league. Ultimately, we have more games ever on national television across the WNBA right now, and so many different outlets that you're able to watch, as well as our regional partnerships like FanDuel, for example. So there's so many different places that you can see the WNBA right now, and the ratings are the best they've ever been, and they've been incredible. And so we're excited to kind of continue that momentum around women's athletics and with the Minnesota Lynx and the WNBA.
Well, I'm looking forward to, Carly, so next year the NBA goes to NBC and Peacock. I just think we should all go together.
Well, more to come on that front.
Spill the tea, Carly.
Never.
So true. And just let me ask again in a different way. To be on a local TV station, we saw this happening in Arizona. Their GM there said, let's put our teams on local TV because that's Arizona.
Absolutely.
And I like to see that here too.
Yeah.
Like I want my team, the Minnesota station carrying the Minnesota team.
Absolutely.
That's how I grew up, watching
Yeah.
St. Louis Cardinals games on St. Louis TV stations.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we're just incredibly excited to have more people be able to watch our games and enjoy our games and really see how special this team is. I think everybody knows that we went to Game 5 in the last few moments of, this close to winning another championship.
It's okay, we don't have to talk about
I know, we don't have to talk about it, but point being is this team is so incredibly special, and I think people saw that last year. Beautiful team basketball, and they're the most kind, humble, down to earth. It's about team over any sort of individual accolades. And again, when we talk about accessibility, like our fans love these players, and our players are so accessible to our fans, and that's a beautiful thing about this product and the WNBA and the Minnesota Lynx. And so, just another great opportunity to get exposure to this wonderful product.
Thank you for bringing in the fans because it's such a part of the family. It's such a part of the environment of coming to a game,
Yeah.
even if you're watching it on TV. And I thought of them actually first, not myself, I know, hard to believe, when this partnership was forged. But just that, like, oh my gosh, these fans that have been so loyal for so long, like this is a shot, like have the watch party at your house. Like
Absolutely.
People will be able to see the thing that you've been talking about. I mean, by this time they probably have, but a gift to fans too, like, hey, you don't have to search tonight. It's going to be right there.
Absolutely. And obviously we have a wonderful partnership with FanDuel Sports
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well, so you can definitely do your viewing parties with them, but just a great opportunity for more people to have access to the product.
Cool.
Yeah.